In our morning rounds, chronic pain. One government report says it's a real-life problem for 100 million Americans or more. Figures show 5 to 8 million of them need powerful narcotics to fight the pain, and the cost per year, $635 billion. But this week, an expert panel declared there is little evidence that these treatment programs work. The panel called for major changes. Medical contributor Dr. David Agus is in Los Angeles. Good morning.
Morning, Nora.
Let's talk about what this NIH panel found. But first, chronic pain is a real issue. About 100 million Americans it affects.
That's quite a staggering number. But you first got to say, what is chronic pain?
Yes. Yes.
You know, when you break your arm, that's what we call acute pain. And when the bone heals and the pain continues, that's when it's chronic pain. So classically, we say when pain lasts 3 or 6 months. 100 million people, 25 million of which it's moderate or severe, or it pretty dramatically affects their quality of life.
What causes it?
Well, it's caused from anything from an accident to back pain to a headache to a particular disease you have, lots of different causes, but we lump all of them together as chronic pain when it lasts past a standard period of time.
And so what about the possible consequences of too much medication for chronic pain?
Well, you know, at one point, you don't want people to suffer, but in general, we're giving a lot of narcotics. And I think what this report from the government showed is that there aren't a lot of standard pathways. They don't tell you how much to give, when to go up on the dose, down on the dose. Doctors are doing it without a lot of training. And narcotics, as we all know, have a lot of side effects. 17,000 deaths a few years ago in 2011 from narcotics, and over 100,000 admissions from addictions to narcotics. So while they can help pain in the short run, there aren't real studies showing they work past 3 or 6 months. The studies just haven't been done. So we're kind of flying blind in the medical world.
And that's what I think would be disturbing, Dr. Agus, that you're taking all this medication, spending all this money, and it's not effective. So what do you do?
And maybe addictive.
And maybe addictive, yeah.
You know, it's a big week for chronic pain. You know, the NIH issues this report. There's the first mainstream movie talking about somebody with chronic pain, and that's called Cake.
Cake with
which
Jennifer
will come out
Aniston.
Next week with Jennifer Aniston, which is fantastic that they had the courage to take on a topic like this. And then last night, a study from Harvard came out, which was pretty wild, because it showed the cells that protect the brain, the inflammation cells, are also involved in areas where there's chronic pain. So it gives us new hope for potential treatment. But I think the real message here is that we need to pay attention as a country. This is costing over $600 billion to our country. So we got to put resources for research, do the right long-term studies, and figure out a new way here, because we are all suffering.
I know, as the NIH says, this is a silent epidemic, and maybe we need to think about other treatments other than opioids, which have exploded, to other kinds of treatments for this kind of pain that's very real.
I'm with you. I mean, we need new ideas, and we need a new war on this chronic pain.
Yeah, great plug for Cake, too. She was great in it. It really shows you how devastating it could be. Thank you, Dr. David Agus. Thank you very much.